nights of old, I always wish the longest year that had me down, and I would free.
Working.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, first question. I read that you talk about Night is a New Day, your new album, as one of the most diverse and complete albums that you have made till the date.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean for you, this album? Because it's your 8th album, it's very important. How was it composing?
Yeah, I would say it's a very, very important album for us because, as you said, it's our 8th album, and a lot of bands don't even make 8 albums before they split up or, go separate ways, do other things. I think it's really cool that we have been able to, maintain in the scene. We started in '91, so next year's going to be 20 years. And that's really rewarding that, we're still going on, we're still having the energy to, make a new album that hopefully will be better than the last album. We feel that the new album is better than the last album. Of course, that's always individual, I mean, I won't argue with you if you say that you like another album more, that's fine. But for us, it's very important that we feel like that, because otherwise it would be no point in making an album, so that's why it's a very, very important album for us to now be out here promoting it and just feeling that it was the best we could do. And I think it shows also because it took, unfortunately, 3 years again between the albums to make it. So we spent a lot of time and effort to make this album as good as we can.
And where did you get the inspiration from?
The inspiration, I think, is pretty much the same it always has been. When we started out Katatonia, we decided this band is going to be a certain kind of style. We're not going to change it around, it's not going to be... it has to be dark music, that's what we are about. It always has to be that, so we're not gonna start playing happy pop music or something. But still, we can be, we can draw an influence from pop music, but it doesn't have to be happy. It can be, I don't know if there's sad pop existing, but we will want to make it like that, you know what I mean? So the inspiration has always been the same, putting on the dark side, bring the moody, atmospheric things into the music, and just try to make it the best you can.
Okay, now I think for me that Forsaker is a very catchy way and a very strong way to start the album.
Cool.
So why did you choose Day and Then the Shade as the first single?
It wasn't only our decision, we have management behind us, we have label behind us, and they were very, picky with that stuff. They wanted that song to be the single. Fine with us, I mean, I'm not going to argue with them about it, so that was fine. But Forsaker, I said that's the first song we should show from the new album to put on MySpace as a teaser and all that kind of stuff, because I really think it represents the new album in one song. And it's, as you said, I think there's no better way to open the album than the Forsaker song. It's also the opening song of the live set, so yeah. Unfortunately, the sound wasn't that good tonight.
No, pretty crappy.
Yeah, so
Yesterday better.
yeah, yesterday was great, but I think there's a problem with this venue because the PA system and everything, it's not really the good. Our sound engineer was not happy today.
No.
So we have to make the best out of it, but unfortunately, as Forsaker is the first song, that might sound shit. You know what I mean?
No.
Maybe we can play it at the end again. Rerun. No.
And do you think that Forsaker would have any chance to be a next single or?
No, it will not be a next single. I mean, no. We talked about it, but the label wants to do Longest Year.
The Longest Year is has to use the next single.
Yeah, the next single and the video, and then they want another song on the third. So Forsaker, I said Forsaker could be a super good video to it, but yeah, you have to talk to our manager.
I talked to. So The Longest Years has been the last video that they have released. How do you feel? Do you feel fine with the result of the video?
Yeah, it turned out better than the last video, because the last video, I mean, we didn't really have anything to do with any of the videos, which is also something that I want to change in the future, because especially me and Jonas, we have a lot of ideas for videos, and we just didn't have the time this time to be involved in it. We have written the songs, so obviously we have an idea what's going on in the songs. if you leave them to someone else, then that's also a risk. Because with the first video, we put a lot of gothic girls into the video, and a lot of our fans just said, what's going on? This is not Katatonia. And I just said, I have nothing to do with this video. It's a very nice video, but it's not really representative for us, you know. I think the next video, for the longest year, is a lot more representable, but it doesn't have the same quality as the first video. So I would like to change them, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would like take his photography, put it in that video, and you know,
make your own mix.
Next time it will be perfect.
And now talking about this second single, because you have released a special EP for the longest year.
Yeah.
And it usually has B-sides and special remixes, and this is like a very fun question, but I really like Unfurl and Dissolving Bones, and you have them on your MySpace page. And why do you never play them on stage?
We have tried playing Dissolving Bonds a couple of times. We might bring that one back into the set. We will probably do that when we come back to our country. We will play a lot to change the songs, you know, to make it different and interesting. So that will show up again. But Unfurl, that's such an electronic song, and we never had a keyboard player with us before. We never also had backtracks used, so it would sound shit if we tried to play it, you know what I mean? But we have that under control now. We might pick that up in the setlist as well, actually, because I love the song. It's really nice.
Very nice. Okay, now with the Recall Distance, your previous album, you really seem to open a new time in Katatonia with melodies and a much more aggressive sound, a mix of both of them. That's a thing that which can also see on The Night is a New Day, the new album. Do you think that it has opened Night is a New Day is like a confirmation of the new sound of Katatonia nowadays, new sound of Katatonia?
Yeah, I think, you know, we really know what we want to do now with Katatonia. I think we found our sound, where we want to go really with the last album, and we just perfected it on the new album. It's a perfect representation of where our minds are at and where we want to go. It's a very contemporary sound. It's fresh. It feels right now. It's not, you know, we're not going back to the roots or doing anything of the dramatic, desperate things that other bands do. We're just very busy still exploring the future. And I think Night is the New Day is just I think Katatonia has never sounded better than right now.
Okay. And now talking about the album title, I have choose like two different possible answers for it. The first one is not too many light days and months in the winter in Sweden. So Night is the New Day, like you have to get used to night to live your days. Or, for example, I have choose one sentence from Forsaken. The dark will rise. That is the first sentence from the chorus. Do you like those answers, or could you give
Sure.
another?
There's probably 1,000 more answers you can have from. So I mean, we leave it open for everybody. When we discuss the title, we liked it because it's an open title. It doesn't just mean one thing and that's it, you know. That's what we like to do with our titles. We want to keep a kind of serious undertone to them, but there's also, you know, a kind of a tongue-in-cheek cliche going on, because it shouldn't be taken, it doesn't have to be taken totally serious as well. I mean, some people asked if the title was influenced from a vampire movie or something. That's going the wrong way, you know. That shouldn't be taken literally like that. But, you know, for us, Night is the New Day. That's just a reflection of how we see the future and the whole world is going, you know. It's a mental reflection of what we see around us. And, yeah, we like the title. It's also true, you know, in Sweden.